Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our public meeting of Council number 6. And before we get started, I just want to let people know that we are missing a few members of Council here this evening that couldn't make it. The Mayor is not available, the Deputy Mayor, and Councillor Windsor. But we will carry on that. Before we continue on with the meeting, there's a proclamation that I would like to read. This month is Recreation Month, and we are all very interested in recreation and good health and everything else, so it is my pleasure to read the proclamation now. The community of Holyrood recognizes that recreation enhances the quality of life, active living, and lifelong learning, helps people to live happier and longer, develops creativity, and builds healthy bodies and positive lifestyles. Whereas recreation provides opportunities for personal growth and development for people of all abilities and can be especially helpful to people living with disabilities. And whereas our parks, open spaces, and trails ensure ecological sustainability, provide space to enjoy nature, help maintain clean air and water, preserve plants and animals and wildlife, and whereas recreation is an important contributor to the community economic development, which creates jobs, fosters tourism, and makes communities more attractive places in which to live and learn, work, and play. Therefore, the community of Holyrood does hereby proclaim the month of June to be Recreation Month, signed the second day of June 2026 in the town of Holyrood by myself, Councillor Bruce King. And now we will carry on the rest of our public meeting. At this time, I will call the meeting to order. An adoption of the agenda. Could I get a motion from the floor, please, to adopt the agenda? First, motion by Councillor Tilley, seconded by Councillor Story. This meeting now is called to order, and the agenda is adopted as presented. The adoption of the minutes, the regular minutes of Council on May the 5th of 2026, and the special meeting of Council May 12th, 2026. Are there any errors or omissions? None? And we can carry on. Are there any business arising? I don't think there's any business arising. The mayor's update. There is no mayor's update. Correspondence, Madam CAO, are there any correspondence?
Has been sent to the respective committees.
Thank you very much. From here, we will carry on with planning and development, and for an update, and it will be Councillor Crowley.
The Planning Committee held its monthly meeting on May 27th. In attendance was Councillor Bruce King, Councillor Steve Windsor, Director Robert Stacey, Admin Assistants Christina Turnbull, and CAO Marjorie Gibbons. The prepared agenda was reviewed and the items were addressed, including applications for development and the status of the town plan. Some of the applications required more work, and the committee will continue to work with the applicants. The town plan approval process through the Department of Municipal Affairs is slow at the moment due to the departmental requirements to focus on St. John's regional plan. The council sent a letter to the Minister Chris Tibbs asking for consideration of our plan and the department approval. I do have several motions for consideration. The first one is permits. Be it resolved, the table and approve the attached permit listing. 19 permits were issued from May 5th to May 27th, 2026. Permit 050028-26 to 05-0046-26 and includes permits for residential home general repairs, garage, residential extensions, commercial site preparations, fences, and greenhouses. So moved.
Moved by Councillor Crowley, seconded by Councillor Tilley. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Motion is carried.
The second one, location is 519 5219 Duff Road, subdivision, RMD. Be it resolved that the Town of Holyrood approve an application and concept plan for a 24-lot subdivision off Duff Road service by well and septic, and to create temporary access to the property to dig test hole required under the groundwater assessment and reporting guidelines for subdivision service by individual wells. Approval is subject to the town's municipal plan and development regulations, residential subdivision design bylaws, and the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador regulations. So moved.
Moved by Councillor Crowley, seconded by Councillor Story. All those in favour? Contraminded, if any? Motion is passed. The next one will be update for recreation and community events, and it will be Councillor Crowley as well.
So we do have an update. Camp Ahoy registration continues to see strong interest and is now nearly full, with 25 plus campers registered in almost every week. The program will operate for 8 weeks out of Holy Cross School this summer. Staff are continuing preparations around programming, staffing, and scheduling for the upcoming season. The 2-hour tidy is being scheduled for June 12th, 13, and 14. Final details on drop-off locations, supplies, and promotions will be shared publicly in the coming days. The CVS soccer registration remains open until June 5th. Registration numbers have been strong to date, and planning is underway for field scheduling and summer programming. Students hiring for summer 2026 has now been completed, with 23 students hired for the summer season. Orientation and onboarding will begin late June. Washroom upgrade contracts have been awarded for both the festival grounds and the Holy Cross Park location. Work is expected to begin in the coming weeks as part of the ongoing improvement to public recreation infrastructure. Public work crews have also been busy preparing fields, parks, playgrounds, and outdoor facilities for the summer season, including general maintenance, cleanup, and seasonal setup. Staff continue to prepare for the upcoming summer events and programming season, including ongoing planning for Squidfest 37 taking place July 15th to the 19th, as well as Holyrood celebrates Canada Day on July 1st at the Holy Cross Park.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Crowley. Are there any questions or concerns? Excellent. Thank you very much. The next one, infrastructure and public works update, and it will be Councillor Story.
Thank you, Councillor King. This is the infrastructure report. The committee has not met since last year, public meeting. The next committee meeting is scheduled for June the 12th. There is a lot of activity in the department with projects being moved forward. Sewer project, the clean out of the oxidation ditch and clarifiers and the holding tank is completed. The project is the beginning of a major work to be completed at the sewer plant over the next few years, with the goal of improving existing sewer services. Hallelujah. A huge thank you to the residents for being patient during this clean-out phase, and to parties as well for their professionalism in completing the work. Bulk solids and debris have been removed from the site for processing within the Fox Trap facility. Parties filled 2 40-yard rolls of bins with debris from filtering the solid contents. Large rocks, rags, beer bottles, metal, tires, etc. Project volume was 870,420 litres removed from the YYTP. Only waste generated now will be the final wash for the project completion. Party will be off site early mid this week. Number 2, water tank. The construction of the holding pad for the new 500,000 gallon water tank will begin this year. Water supply. We are contracting the 72-hour on the proposed new well and the investigation into 2 more possible wells to ensure we have water into the future as well as present today. Our engineers on this project have secured the services of Prime Drilling to complete the work for the cost of $70,000. a price well within the ability of the project funding. Engineers CBCL issued a call for proposals, and Prime Drilling responded with the lowest bid. The town looked forward to the project moving forward. I do not have one motion for this consideration. Okay, just a moment. My motion. Where is it? Ah, thank you. Sorry for that. Change order. Be it resolved, the Town of Holyrood approved change order for project 17-GL-21-00049. Water supply upgrades, which allows the town to change to scope of work to accommodate the preparation of the new 500,000-gallon tank installed by completing the tank foundation and all underground pipes and valves for the new tank. So moved.
Moved by Councillor Story. Can we have a seconder? Seconder by Councillor Crowley. All those in favour? Counterminded, if any? And the motion is passed. The next one we're going to get into is economic development, and it will be back to Councillor Crowley again. Councillor Crowley.
The committee meeting for economic development was postponed and will occur before the next public meeting. This is a report on activity which is ongoing. The RFP for the Oceana lands has been released for interest by developers. The town has several requests for the full document, which indicates all real interest in development. We look forward to the proposals. The closing is not until August, but we encourage anyone who is interested in developing the land to reach out to us and request a copy of the RFP. We are experiencing an increased number of calls for industrial space in the town. We look forward to receiving applications to develop from some of those inquiries. We also continue to work with general business applications. We complete due diligence of zoning requirements as well as our regulations related to various types and their impacts on the town and residents. We work with the applicants as much as we can to ensure everyone has a clear understanding of what is required. We want to continuously remind those engaged in business in the town of Holyrood, you must register your business with the town. When you operate without regulations, you are disadvantaging your neighbors who is in the business and is following the regulations of the town. It also means the town cannot support you in growing your business. The town is looking to its bylaw development with its legal team in the hopes that we can create a fair system for all business people in the town.
Thank you, Councillor Crowley. Is there any questions with regards to economic development? If there are no questions, we will move on to public safety and Councillor Tilley.
Good evening, everybody. Before I start off with today's, I just wanted to do a little thank you for the council and mayor at our last meeting that I was absent from, for going into in-depth about the e-bikes, the ATVs, the dirt bikes, as well as our emergency preparedness plan. Again, the emergency preparedness plan has been near and dear to my heart, and it's still with the emergency management department now with the government. It's under review, so hopefully we'll hear back from that now anytime soon. So our public meeting was postponed at our last month. We had a structure fire going on the same day, which caused us to have a little bit of delay in some of our attendees. So we will have one before our next meeting. I do want to give a shout out for the blitz that we've had on Facebook for our public safety as well as our flyer. I've heard some great feedback on the flyer and some great feedback on the blitz we're having with the public safety. But again, this is not a blitz that you see it, you do it, you forget. This is something that is continuing on, that we want it to be a long-term thing with the town of Holyrood to make sure that we stay safe in our community. In regards to ATVs and dirt bikes, I know it's a big topic. Right across the Avalon is a big topic with meetings going on in CBS, I think, this evening. So again, CBS, Paradise, us as well, we're all in trying to find a safe way for ATVs and dirt bikes to be used. I do also want to keep reiterating that if you see illegal use of these ATVs and dirt bikes, please contact the RCMP. They are the people who handle illegal operations. They are the people. If you don't want to be identified, Crime Stoppers is there as well. Just give them a call. You don't have to identify yourself. They can help take your request. And anybody who knows me also know that forest fire season is coming, and we know that this is something that has been kept me really busy in the last few years. And I know the town of Holyrood is on high diligence, making sure that we do everything right for forest fire season. Unfortunately, sometimes it's out of our control. We did have a nice wet winter, thankfully. My wish for Snowmageddon 2.0 happened, and I'm hoping that again for the next 5 or 6 or 10 years. So no one throw rocks at me at the moment. But again, we want to make sure that we're diligent with our home properties, make sure that any debris from the winter is removed away from your house, your shed, your garage. Make sure that you have any brush cut away. You don't have any old building materials and stuff that are stored by your garage or by your building, because they are quite flammable if there is a forest fire. Another thing, again, I don't know how. There's no statistics that I can give on this. Only experience in the last 10 years of being involved with many forest fires, is that the well manicured lawns that are mowed and taken care of. It's funny when you drive through community like Conception Bay North, and here's the perfectly green postage stamp of a mowed lawn, and the house is standing in the middle. And you go to the next lawns that not maintained, growed over, a lot of dead grass into it. Their houses are gone. Again, this is my viewing, no knowledge behind, no stats behind it, but it was really eye-opening in Conception Bay North. So taking an extra minute to make sure that your property is well maintained may make a difference. I did also want to give a big shout out to all that were involved with installing the crosswalk by Holy Cross School. There's a beautiful job done of it down there. It's well signed now. It has the nice crosswalk, school zone. And they even went, I do believe this was our CAO and our town staff that went over and above to put a culvert in. So now it's easy accessible if they want, kids are pedal biking and they can just cross over and get on the T-rail and go. Again, hands up, hands down, phenomenal job. I think that's about it. Did I forget anything? No? Okay. That's it for me on that one.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. And absolutely, just to add that if you look at what's going on in CBS and you look what's going on in Paradise, we're not the only people or the only community around that has issues with dirt bikes and ATVs on public roads. So, are there any questions with regards to public safety and public safety update?
No, I don't have a question, but I wanted to let you know that the Holyrood Fire Department put off a video of how to prepare your home, and it was really good. You know, because people don't think that the tall grass would make a big difference. So I don't know if there's a way that can be shown to the community, but it certainly was very informative to tell you how to prepare for forest fires. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions with regards to public safety? Okay. If there's not, we'll move on to communications and back to Councillor Story.
That's a busy day. Okay, communications. Communications, the committees will be transitioning to a bi-monthly meeting schedule for the summer months. Regular meeting schedules will resume in the fall. We continue to show new residents signing up for the Void Alert, the town's emergency and public notification services. Residents who have not yet subscribed are encouraged to do so by following the link available on the town website homepage. Anyone requiring assistance with registration can contact the town office, where staff will be happy to help them. Throughout the past month, the town's public service spotlight campaign has delivered through a combination of direct mailing and social media posts. The campaign focused on sharing important public safety information and community awareness messages. We received a great deal of positive feedback from residents, and the campaign was well received throughout the community. Okay, and I have a motion. Motion to accept committee's report. Be it resolved, the Town of Holyrood accept the committee's updates and recommendations as presented in the committee's report provided by the various departments and made available to all councillors for consideration. So moved.
Moved by Councillor Story, seconded by Councillor Crowley. All those in favour? Count your mind, and if any, motion is passed. The next one will be Corporate Services and Administration, and Councillor Tilley.
It's not a topic that I usually address, but I will give it a good shot here tonight. So the accounts were sent out to the committee, and no issues were identified for our expenditures. The review of an overall financial shows all departments were under the project spending. Therefore, try that again. All departments were under their project spending for this time period. The time period was 42% of the year completed, with the overall spending of 36.95%. This is great news. It shows that all departments are diligent with their spending and adhering to their budget. Careful monitoring is having a positive impact on the overall financial health of our town. Our revenues. The report generated through our financial programs shows that the town continues to receive its taxes at an acceptable rate. Residence property taxes at 69.96%, water and sewer tax at 61.02%, business tax at 75.11%, fire services at 65.83%. So again, that has received the taxes for this year. These responses will continue through the previous year and through the time frame. Therefore, for all of those that have not paid their taxes and have not made their arrangements yet, could you kindly please contact us at info@holyrood.ca or contact our office at 709-229-7252. I also have a motion. So be it resolved, the accounts tabled for the amount of $251,625.74, checks number D5533 to D5609 and 48185 to 48257 be approved for payment from the general account. So moved.
Moved by Councillor Tilley, seconded by Councillor Crowley. All those in favor? Count your mind, and if any, motion is passed.
So just to top up, that our bank account balance at the moment is $184,784.27.
Wish I could trade bank accounts.
Me too.
Thank you very much, Councillor Tilley. Are there any questions or concerns? Okay, perfect. We'll move on to new business, and we'll start off with Councillor Crowley.
The only thing I'd like to add is that anyone that submitted their radon kits, people are starting to get them back in the emails, so just check your email for any updates to get your results back.
Excellent. Yeah, actually, I got mine back about a week ago, I think it was. Yeah, yeah. Councillor Story. No. And Councillor Tilley.
I just wanted to add just a hats off to the Public Works for the great job they're after doing on getting our town ready for the summer. I've been doing a little bit of walking around now. The weather was half nice. I never had to put on 7 layers of clothes opposed to 3. And again, the soccer field, the basketball court, the softball field, and even like down at the Holy Cross Park, everything is beautiful. So just hats off for all the great work they've done on that.
Yeah, no, I think our staff are doing a fantastic job on that. And yes, actually, it's hard to believe that you got to wear the same clothes on the 2nd of June as you did on the 2nd of January. Right, so, yeah, so there you go. No, that's it for new business. Our date of our next meeting will be June 30th at 6 p.m. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please? By Councillor Crowley, seconded by Councillor Story. Meeting is adjourned.